Hello there, this is Richie Vitale again. This is a tutorial on what is a tritone and how to use it. This is an important lesson as I will refer back to it in many of my upcoming tutorials. To start with, what is a tritone? If you took a C on the piano and then a C an octave higher, right in the middle is an F sharp. F sharp is the tritone of C. A tritone is exactly 1/2 of the way in between an octave. Another way to go about this is to go up a fifth from C and then go down a half a step to F sharp. Or if you prefer, you could go up a fourth to F and then up a half a step to an F sharp. Of course, there are some of us that could just think of a sharp fourth automatically, primarily piano and guitar players. But the method I described is the one I use most often. If you look at the third and a flat seventh of a D7 and an A flat 7, you'll see that they share a special relationship like this. The third of a D7 chord is the seventh of an A flat 7 chord, and the seventh of the D7 is the third of the A flat 7. That's one of the things that makes them so interchangeable. Here's what a dominant scale sounds like descending with a half step in between the root and the flat seventh. I do that so the very last note ends on the downbeat and it just feels good. Otherwise, the last note falls on an upbeat and it feels quite clumsy. This example here is using a tritone substitution of an A flat 7 in place of the D7. Or you could think of it as the 5, 3, 2, and root of an E flat minor. In the next example, instead of going down with the notes F and E flat, I am playing 5, 3, 1 of an E flat minor, and then I am using the neighboring notes E flat and D flat to approach the final note D. Now let's try examples B and C, but this time we're going to put the 2 minor before them so that we have a 2, 5, 1. Here's what it sounds like without the minor substitution, much plainer than with the tritone sub. I want to explain something to you that is an example too before I continue on to examining the solo. The tritone substitution of a D7 is an A flat 7, but often you'll see me describe it as an E flat minor, which is the tritone of the starting minor chord, that being A minor 7 in this case. This is because E flat minor is the upper structure of the tritone substitution of D7, that being A flat 7. In this solo, we will be looking at the bridge of rhythm changes in the key of C at letter B. The first tritone substitution occurs in the second bar of the bridge over the E7 chord change. It is the 5, 3, 2, 1 of an F minor, which is the tritone of B minor, the starting chord in the bridge. Or, if you prefer, you could think of this as an upper structure of a B flat 7 chord, which is the tritone of the E7 chord. In the fourth bar, over the A7, we are using a tritone substitution of a B flat minor major. Another cool way of thinking of this in lieu of the tritone substitution is using an A7 altered scale. Here we have an A7 altered scale, and true to form, every note that can be altered is altered. We have the flat 9, the sharp 9, the sharp 11th, the flat 13th, and the flat 7th. Now if we start on the second of the scale, on the B flat, and play an arpeggio up in thirds, we end up with a B flat minor major 7 chord, or a B flat melodic minor scale if you include all of the notes. In the 6th bar of the bridge, we are using the tritone substitution of A minor 7 and E flat minor. In this example, to make life easier, I'm showing 2 triads. The first one is an E flat minor descending, and the second one is a B flat minor ascending. These are all notes in an A flat 7 chord. The final bar of the bridge, the 8th bar, does not use a tritone substitution at all, but on the last beat of the 7th bar we have a G flat note. So we are using the bebop scale for the descending dominant that was taught to me by Barry Harris. We are putting a half step in between the root and the flat 7th of a G7 as we descend. That last phrase I played is from my book, A Lyrical Approach, Supplemental Book 1. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the tritone sub and how to use it. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments section below. Also, feel free to subscribe to my channel for updates on my newest jazz video lessons. I've also started a brand new Patreon page to help defray the cost of making these videos, where I'll be including PDFs of these lessons and insider tips. Please feel free to go to patreon.com/Richie Vitale and join up to help in this jazz journey. Thank you for watching and happy practicing.